Hey guys, and welcome to The Candy Box. This is a fantastic indie game you can play right in your web browser for free, and looking at it right now, you wouldn't necessarily expect it to be extremely addicting. Well, that all changes when you hit 60 candies on your candy counter that goes up by 1 every second, and when you hit 60, this magical candy merchant appears out of nowhere. Well, this ASCII graphic nice little man says, "Hello, I'm the candy merchant. I would do anything for candies. My lollipops are delicious." Now, of course, we could buy his lollipops for 60 candies, or we could mess around with his hat, because there doesn't seem to be much more than we can do, except for eat all the candies like the greedy person we are, or throw candies on the ground, because we can. Now, of course, let's just mess around with his hat, but he doesn't necessarily like that, so he's gonna give us 100 candies to stop. He also gives us the opportunity to buy the wooden sword. This is our first sword of the game, and it is very important for our questing purposes. Now, of course, we're gonna go ahead and buy this because it's only 150 candies, no big deal, and it also opens our chances up for buying better tiers of swords. We can go to the copper, the iron, and the silver sword, one after another, but of course we are stuck with our wooden sword, which you can find in your inventory on the very left-hand side. Now, of course, it will tell you what tier of sword you have, and it will give you your little ASCII graphic look of the sword. Now, going back to the candy box, if we want to save at any time, all you gotta do is click the save button, and it will give you a personalized code which you can use to load up your game anytime you want. Now, of course, now that we have our sweet sword, we can go questing, which all you have to do that is click the little quest tab here, and it will open you up to this new dialogue. Now, of course, it says you currently have a wooden sword, so it will announce what type of tier sword you have. It also says if we are ready for a new quest, because you do have a cooldown between each quest that you do. Now, currently, since we are little newbies, we only have the Peaceful Forest quest. So let's go on in an epic quest, which, as you can see, all we are doing is fighting trees, so they're not necessarily going to fight back, but this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys the fighting look of the game. Now, on the left side, you will see your little drowning person in his ASCII graphic ways, and you can also see your HP, which is 100 out of 100 for us. Now, our weapon is also underneath your HP, which tells us that we have wooden sword. Now, we also have our sweet loot below that, which says that we have collected 4 candies so far, and have found a sweet key. I wonder where that key leads to. Well, of course, since I played this game previously, I already know, but you guys don't, so it's all a mystery. Now, it also says below that, things found will be yours only if you finish the quest without dying. If you die on the quest, you lose the key, the candies, and your life. But, of course, the candies are all where it's at. Now, on the other side, I will show you guys the fighting stances of the other monsters out there, but let's go ahead and head back to our inventory and find out where this key leads to. It says the Lollipop Farms key. This key brings a lollipop farm to your candy box. So let's go ahead and head on over to our candy box, which will show us a wonderful-tastic lollipop farm right in the top right corner. It will show us our sweet lollipop tree next to a barn, which I'm wondering why we even have a barn if we're only planting lollipops. Let's go ahead and buy a couple lollipops just because we can, and plant a few. Now, as you can see, it will tell us how many lollipops we have planted, which is abbreviated to LP, and it will also show us our production of lollipops per day, per hour, or per second, depending on how fast you are. Now, the production currently is 9 lollipops per day, and that is way too slow, because per day is real time. You have to keep this tab open 24 hours just to receive 9 lollipops, which is ridiculous, so we're gonna have to go ahead and find more lollipops, but in order to do that, we're gonna need a few more candies. So let's go on another epic quest. Now, of course, the next quest, we definitely do not have a high enough tier of weapon to fight, but let's go ahead and take on Mount Goblin just because we can, and I will show you guys the rest of this fighting stance. Now, of course, it shows us who we are versing, which the Gob is of course, Goblin, and it will show us their health, which will go down as we fight them, and their weapon is a choice of claws, And the GSB is a sick goblin, which they are much weaker than a normal goblin, but it will also give a small description of what these goblins or what type of monster they are. Of course, the goblin is just a nasty goblin, but the GSB is a sickly goblin, and a GTB is a tenacious goblin. So you might want to watch out for them. They are much stronger, they have more health, and they do more damage. Now, since we can, we're going down pretty fast with our health, with only 23 health left, we are definitely going to die and lose all our sweet goodies, meaning we will lose our 20 candies at the end of this, but it's all in good fun because, as you can see, we are scaling the mountain with fierce. And, yeah, we're dead. Pretty sure that was going to happen anyway, but that's okay because we can head back to the lollipop merchant, buy more lollipops, or buy a copper sword. Now, as I will just demonstrate one more time that if you go up to the 5 lollipops planted, you will get a production of 1 lollipop per hour, which that still means that we have to wait 60 whole minutes just to get 1 lollipop. That's ridiculous. So we're going to have to grow our sweet lollipop farm, go on quests more often, and go through this amazing ASCII adventure. I'm going to leave this adventure up to you guys because what's the fun of it just watching me play? Go out and enjoy this amazing indie game. I'll be leaving a link in the description below so you guys can play the candy box for yourself. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I will be doing more indie spotlights later on, so be sure to be subscribed for more amazing indie adventures. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember to tell our friends because everything is better with friends. Proven by the Candy Merchant and him in all of his ASCII glory with his backwards L nose and his little smile. He's adorable. You can definitely trust him. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys for the next episode later. Goodbye.